Good morning, fellow traders. Bob here. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Thursday, October the 22nd, 2020. I hope everybody had a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Let's check and see where we left off the market yesterday. And so SPX inside month so far, upper shadow off the upper Bollinger Band. Weekly chart, we're still tracking this over the next 2 days, see how it closes. If it closes down here below 50% of this range and below this prior resistance level, it could get a little bit scary there. We might have an evening star reversal on the weekly chart, which could be interesting. Daily chart, we are still holding that resistance level right here as potential support. Kind of a slow attempt at taking the inside day down, but it did leave two upper shadows here off the ADMA and the top of the cloud. So again, it's got to hold right here. It still has a possibility for a subwave 1-2 to then begin its work on a wave 3 up and then try to get to wave 5, possibly to all-time highs. But we'll see how that goes here. Kind of an interesting area. Okay, the SPY again ended up having a little bit of increased volume there and working on maybe a rising wedge here this morning. I don't know, it's got a little bit of work to do, but it did recover a bit from the Iran-Russia election meddling news from last night. So let's take a look here at the S&P futures and see how that's doing here this morning. So we've got a nice channel working its way up here this morning. We've got a bounce off of a trend line here, or off of a signal zone here, and then formed a fresh signal zone on the way up, right? Rally, base, rally, and then it bounced off of that level right here. So we're just kind of forming this upward channel right here. It's a little bit big to consider a bear flag. I suppose it is possible if we get a sharp down move here and we crack through those levels. We do have job numbers this morning, so anything could happen with that, but we'll see where we go from there. Let's take a look at the Qs here this morning. Again, they're doing pretty good, kind of the same thing right here. Again, I think a little bit too big to be a bear flag, but we'll see how it holds working up this channel here this morning. Let's take a look at the IWM. We've got airlines, American Airlines reporting this morning. Banks were a little bit weak yesterday, but we are recovering here this morning a bit here, and we're kind of in yesterday's wedge pattern, so we'll see how that, if we can break out of any of those levels there today. Apple's trying to recover a little bit here this morning as well, so again, kind of back below yesterday's pre-market lows, so let's see if we can get into yesterday's range and where we go from there. Keep in mind, Apple was an inside day yesterday, so we're going to be doing inside day tactics on Apple today to see how it reacts to the highs and lows of yesterday's inside day. Tesla! All right, so Tesla up this morning. Okay, so it got over yesterday's after hours highs, so that's a good thing. So let's see if it can continue to try to plow its way up. Again, staying over 450 is a good thing for this. It's in the 440s right now. Let's see if we can get above this 450 level and try to attack that 460 level and see if we can squeeze out some shorts here today. So that could be pretty interesting here. Otherwise, a little bit of caution on it, right? So it's basically at 442 right now, which kind of still puts it into this level. I really would love to have seen a gap over 470 to try to give it a gap and go to the all-time highs, but not in the cards here. But we'll see what they have in store today. Anything could happen with Tesla. So Netflix again, basically just kind of chopping around. Sort of nasty candle yesterday, upper shadow at the 50-day after earnings. So let's see if it gets a little activity today. It's just kind of chopping around here. Might start getting in play, and the premium should be getting a little bit better here, especially with the that choppiness at the end of the day, just giving it some more vol crush on that. So good stuff there. Keep an eye on LVS here in the casinos. Still holding its gap from last night. Of course, it's got some crazy levels here, but see if a couple other the names like Win, MGM, things like that move in sympathy with that one. CMG. So actually a big beat on earnings and revenue, and kind of down off of that. That's why earnings is a binary event and often a gamble, right? Because it's like, okay, they beat on earnings, but why are we down? Well, it just kind of is what it is, how the algos interpret it. And sometimes they read into other things like certain numbers that weren't as strong, things like that. So it's just a lot of caution on that. But CMG's down here this morning, but it's I mean, this thing is a super expensive stock these days. I mean, it's big candle yesterday, approaching all-time highs. We'll see where it goes. It's basically down to 1302 this morning, which would bring it down here, which really doesn't bring it under any major pivots on that one. So something to keep an eye on there if you like trading CMG. Piton with a nasty candle yesterday. It actually got a downgrade this morning for some nice follow through in that one. So if anyone dared short Piton, this thing has just been in this epic run up. Got a little bit of follow through this morning with a nice downgrade. So so be sure to thank who downgraded him this morning. I think it was Baird. No, Goldman Sachs. Be sure to thank Goldman there for a nice little downgrade for some follow through on that one. Good gravy. All right, good stuff there. And then finally, Coca-Cola. Let's just take a look at that one. Nice little beat there this morning on Coke. So with a little bit of a pop here this morning. So let's see how that goes into today. All right, guys. Well, I hope everybody has an awesome trading day today. We'll catch you guys at the lunchtime market update. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe. See you and stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys.